Hi! In this video, I'm going to show you one of the possible application examples of the SiTraNo app. That is, applying dynamic range reduction to an audio signal by taking advantage of the decomposition into its tonal, transient, and noise components. We know that in the context of audio mixing, it is often useful to preprocess sound by applying a compressor to reduce the signal dynamics. And often the dynamics are defined by impulsive or high-energy percussive events. A straightforward but effective way of taking advantage of the mixing capabilities that SiTraNo offers is to decrease the amount of transients in the sound, basically while leaving the tones and noise untouched. In this example, we have a mixture of castanets and violins that I have imported inside SiTraNo and that I have decomposed using the harmonic percussive residual method, the two-round one. We can see that basically the impulsive events, so the castanets, are occupying the entirety of the signal dynamics. And let's give it a listen. We can see that the castanets are quite prominent. But by acting on the sliders that we have on the right on the control panel of SiTraNo, we can actually see how it is possible to reduce arbitrarily the magnitude of these impulsive events. So, for example, let's use the transient slider to bring down the amount to 60%. We see immediately that we have freed some room in the dynamics, and we can give it a listen to see the difference. We are expecting the transients to be still hearable, just a little bit more faint. And that's exactly what happened. We have a much more pleasing mix to listen to. But let's say that we want to bring them even more down. Let's say 30%. Now we can see that they look almost completely disappeared. They seem to have disappeared from the waveform. Let's give it a listen. This is, for example, an oversuppression of the transients. They are very faint. But since we went this far, let's go to the most extreme problem, that is, let's try to isolate the violin entirely. So let's bring down the transients to 0, and let's move the noise component to, let's say, a very low value, 20%. So if we listen to it, then only the violin remains. This was one of the possible application examples of SiTraNo. Thank you very much.